And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Abner Millan, who writes, did you read the news about Thor Love and Thunder wrapped up production? Also, the Marvels started shooting yesterday, and AntMan and the Wasp Quantumania. Black Panther 2 will start shooting in a few weeks. Does Kevin Feige have time to sleep? All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yeah, listen, let's not bury the lead on this. Thor Love and Thunder. Rob, it actually doesn't feel like that long ago that we were talking all excitedly about the fact that Taika Waititi had agreed to come back and do another Thor movie. Like that was it. If he was, of course, coming off of Jojo Rabbit and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, he knocked it out of the park with Thor Ragnarok. Very excited to see what he could do coming back. But Rob, again, it's that phrase tangibilization. And by the way, Glenmore Legister sends in a super chat badge in the live chat. Thanks, Glenmore. Wait a minute, they're done shooting? Like this movie is now wrapped. That's it. Anyway, yeah, so Chris Hemsworth got on social media to announce to the world, we've wrapped up shooting. Now take a look at this picture, which is absolutely ridiculous. Look at the size of Hemsworth. I mean, that's just crazy how big he's gotten. Now, take a look at that picture. Listen to the words he says here. This comes to us from the rapper who writes, on Instagram Tuesday, Hemsworth revealed shooting is wrapped on the film and showed off a set of guns that very well could surpass the bodybuilder golden mean of 20 inches. That's a wrap on Thor Love and Thunder, he wrote, standing alongside Thor director and writer and actor, because since he plays Korg, Taika Waititi, who, as you'll see, is fully ready for motion capture. It's also National Don't Flex Day, so I thought this super relaxed photo was appropriate. And of course, when he talks about that super relaxed photo, look again at this picture, Don't Flex Day. And then, of course, you see Taika Waititi there, all done up in the motion caps. He's got the facial expression dots on him. He's ready to go playing Korg again, which is great. By the way, I love that character, Korg.
I do too.
I mean, the line "piss off Ghost" is one of my favorite lines in any comic book movie ever. Piss off Ghost. I just about died every time I hear it. Doesn't fail. Every time I hear it, I laugh my guts off. Anyway, Rob, it sounds like Christian Bale, he's done shooting. The movie's done shooting. Now, of course, at some point, probably 2 or 3 months from now, we're going to hear about them going in for reshoots. That's what every Marvel movie does. They always schedule a couple of weeks of reshoots and budget for it well in advance. As they start to see the film coming together in post-production, they get some new ideas. They go and reshoot some things. But for all intents and purposes, the official shoot of Thor, Love and Thunder is now done. Rob, I got to tell you, the thing about Thor that I wasn't expecting from myself. Now, I love the Thor movies. Obviously, the first Thor movie with that Kenneth Branagh directed, I think is the second most underrated comic book film of all time. The most, obviously, being Man of Steel. But I think that Thor movie is the second most underrated comic book film of all time. I love that movie. Thor: The Dark World was a step down. Thor Ragnarok was incredible. So I've always known I was looking forward to a new Thor movie. But you know what I have found when I first read this news about it dropping, I realized something. I'm a little bit extra excited for it because we've had Falcon and Winter Soldier. We've had WandaVision. We had Spider-Man after Endgame, but Spider-Man is a relatively new addition to the MCU, even though he may not be there for much longer, but he's a relatively new addition. I've also found myself getting excited because I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to one of the OG Avengers. Like I find myself like kind of really longing. I mean, I think that might be one of the reasons I'm actually looking more forward to Black Widow than I really should. Because I've never really been interested in a Black Widow or Hawkeye standalone series, but I'm actually finding myself kind of interested more and more in Black Widow. And I think it might be because for the same reason I'm feeling extra hyped about this Thor, because I'm kind of, while I'm loving the expansion of the MCU, Rob, I'm loving the expansion of it. I find myself kind of yearning for the OG ones as well. Like I like obviously we can't see Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. right now, but I mean to have Thor come back, that just feels like going home to me. So I'm excited for this on several levels. Rob, you heard about this that they've wrapped now their principal photography. What are your thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder right now?
Well, like you, I mean, I really liked Ragnarok. I mean, it kind of harked back to both Kirby and Walt Simonson's run on the character, which I always liked. it was so much fun. I found from the opening with Surtur to the all the rest of the movie. I mean, with Korg's introduction and with Gladiator Hulk. I mean, I really just enjoyed Ragnarok. It was so much fun, and of course, the ending had huge ramifications to the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes,
So
it did.
it mattered, and it was wildly entertaining. I'm really looking forward to this. I just hope that it doesn't go too ridiculous. Like I do hope that there is, look, it can be funny and amusing like the first one. Taika Waititi's humor can be on full display, but I hope that it doesn't go too far, because I mean, Thor is great, but I feel like making Fat Thor happen in Endgame and then coming off of Ragnarok, I would like to see a little bit of seriousness retained, and I want to see I mean, there is a character, the God Butcher is in this movie, and I hope he's not like a goof. You know, it's Christian Bale shaving his head. I want this movie to be badass, dude. I want it to be, dare I say it, metal.
Well, I mean, listen, if Jojo Rabbit is any indication, what we know that Taika Waititi can do, because even look back to the episodes he directed of Mandalorian, he is great at balancing out the bonkers with the incredibly dramatic. Like, he can do both. And if he can bring that same sensibility that he did in Jojo Rabbit, because on one part of Jojo Rabbit, you're laughing your guts out. On the other half, you're like trying to pick your guts up off the floor because of something that happened. Again, with Jojo Rabbit, all I'll say for people who've seen the movie is the shoe scene. I mean, it's been years since I've seen Jojo Rabbit, Rob. Whenever I still think about the shoe scene, I get sad. Like I get hit with the emotion that I felt like. And Taika Waititi is one of those guys who can really seamlessly and effortlessly, seems like he can move between both of those worlds of the bonkers and the serious. And if he can do that with a Thor Love and Thunder, like you said, and keep that balance without going too far one way, it could be really special. It could be really, really good. So we'll see where that goes. Question is for you guys. What do you think about that? Thor Love and Thunder, the principal photography is now done and in the can. How are you feeling about this one? Jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.